Right folks, so now the system's been running for a day, I'll just give you a run through of what everything does and what it is. People think it's complicated, but it's really not. We've basically, rather than having an all-in-one inverter, we've got it broken down into different systems. So this is a combiner box. So we've got 4 sets of cables coming off the roof. So we've got 12 panels and they're sitting at 57 degrees, which is our angular latitude. And they are charging all these boxes, everything couples into the bus bars there. So this is our first bank of panels. The batteries are basically fully charged at 54 volts. The panels are putting 925 watts out and it's a dull, cloudy day. We've then got another 12 panels going into this bank, another 12 panels going into this bank. They're both nearly flat on the shed roof, they're on a 15-degree angle. We've then got 8 new panels on the side of the shed at a 90-degree angle, so they're screwed to the side wall. That's to get the low winter sun. It's basically, those panels won't do a lot this time of year. They're putting out 72 volts. They've charged 1.4 kilowatt today, but they're saying the battery's fully charged, the other one's charging. We've got them set at different voltages. So when the batteries are nearly charged, it's just one set of panels, just keeping them on like a float charge. So this one here, you'll see it's on float just now, not bulk. So the batteries are basically full. We're using a wee bit of power. So everything's coupled into these bus bars, and then out. This inverter here does the static caravan. This works with the Make 3 controller and that turns the generator on and off. But when the generator turns on, this is charging the batteries, and this, we've got an 8 kVA generator and this charges at about 2,500–3,000 watts. But I've coupled up another 50 amp forklift battery charger. So when this turns the generator on, this will charge the batteries and so will that. So the generator will only run for about 45 minutes at a time, just so it's not running all day. So this is an inverter charger, very old, reliable system. We've then got a 15 kVA inverter just to do our workshop. So this is for welding off, for doing, running big power tools, running big loads. It's a big U-Power Chinese inverter, fairly simple to work on, fairly simple to fix. That was about £700. We'll see how it goes. It might get replaced with that old Victron in the future. We've got some spares in the shed for these systems. And this Victron Phoenix inverter, you'll see it's quite badly bent. Our lovely postman must have dropped it getting out of the van, so it's just an old inverter that I bought cheap. I'm probably going to replace it out with a Multiplus or a Quattro when I find one cheap, just so it's an inverter charger rather than just an inverter. I thought this was an inverter charger when I bought it, but it's literally just an inverter. So I'll probably swap this out, keep this as a spare in case one of these other ones goes. You can never have too many spares when you're off grid. Down here we've got our isolators, so that goes out to the 2 sheds over the yard. They're coupled into this. That isolator's for the caravan, which is running off an extension cable just now. I need to run the armoured cable under the yard, but I've got some junk in the way. We've got our AC earths down here, going to an earth rod. This is a generator controller, so this is like a trip switch for generator 1. And this is a trip switch for generator 2 that I've not run cables to yet. Don't know if we're going to need that, but I'll still run the cables down the shed. So like I say, that's the forklift battery charger. So these are our bus bars. These are our main isolators. We then come into the battery cupboard. We've got a 200 amp fuse there, and we've got a battery shunt. I've got to run a cable to that to work. We've then got 30 watt, that's like a greenhouse bathroom heater. We'll have that turned on in the winter if we need it, just to keep the batteries up to temperature, because batteries don't charge below 5 degrees, so we just need to keep this above 5 degrees. It's a problem that we've got to have it ventilated, so we've got a vent coming in at the bottom of the door there, and a vent going out up there for any hydrogen gases. We've then got another bus bar. So past the fuses between the batteries and the fuse, I've got a bus bar, and that is for dump loads. So if the fuse blows, we can still continue to dump. If something happens, something catastrophic happens, we can still dump. So we've got 2 lots of 16mm cables going to TriStar. These are TriStar PWM charge controllers, and we've set these up in diversion mode. So when this one hits 59.5 volts, it dumps 2 kilowatts into that wire wound resistor. When this one hits 60 volts, it dumps 2 kilowatts into a wire wound resistor. I've just bought another 1500 watt wire wound resistor off eBay. I'll look for another one of these TriStars, but it's not urgent. And we'll have a third one, so we'll end up having 5.5 kilowatt of dump loads. It's just, you can't be too safe. So this battery cupboard is made out of scrap. The floor's insulated. It's a pallet and that's double sheet away rock. It's got 50mm Celotex everywhere. And we've got 2 battery packs. So it's 2 24-volt battery packs coupled together. You probably hear that they are bubbling just now. They are a bit over full of water, but they'll calm down. Don't know if you can hear that. Bubbling away nicely, cooking nicely. So that's basically our system. So at the moment we've got 12.8 kilowatt of solar panels. We've got way too many solar panels, but solar's cheap and it's more for in the winter. You know, solar panels in the winter only put about 5% of the rated capacity out. So 12 kilowatt will still get probably 600 watts on the worst day, which will probably be, well, it should be enough just to keep everything going. And hopefully we'll get through the winter without running the diesel generator. A wind turbine is on the horizon, but I'm still looking into wind turbines. I study long and hard because my money is hard earned. It takes a lot of earning. So I don't want to waste money on a wind turbine that doesn't work.